This is another video of our Red Teaming 301 Rebound from HackTheBox, which is insane Windows machine. This is my favorite box ever because it's just covering your Active Directory, which is cool, and there's something clearly we can understand about cross-station relay attack is working on the users, which is has session. So after that all, so there's something tricky. For example, it's not gonna be work everything you want. You have to be change your common payloads or commands for grabbing something about this machine. To be grab usernameless, or if you want to be try to cage hash, or if you're trying resource, delegations, you have to be change something about this machine. So, which is I really like a lot. So it's out of idea box. It's not default for sure. So let's just start it. It's it's just default 80 bucks. So instead of dig here mmap, so I just want to start with netexec smb. Let's see. So let's start with netexec smb. I'm looking for which DC and which domain we have. As it calling me us here, so rebound.htb, and for DC it's calling DC01. So before I forget, let me just add this on my Etsy host, and then let me just add it here. So which is calling DC01, and for rebound.htb for domain. So now we can check for if we have guest access on shares, and then maybe we are just grabbing here something, and let me just give for nothing for password, and let's see. It seems like we have guest access on shares, and let me just looking for if we can listing here shares, looking for something different maybe, and then what's going on. It seems like we have access on share it, but there is something different things like why we have no access on net login. So it's could be hard tricky here. Let's just try looking for the share it, but instead of looking off with smb client, so I just want to be use here -m spider plus. It's because it will be giving everything about in the shares, so we will be not needed to be looking for everything in. For example, we are get it already. It says save it share file metadata on here, and it seems like we are nothing here on shared, so it's nothing seems like to be way. So let's just using here while we have guest access, I think we can use -- read brute. It's because maybe we can grab some username list and looking for uswrap or Kerberos attacks. So let me just running here read brute, and we all be getting something. So it will be important about that video. It's because SID on administrator will be starting on 500, and then it will be doing brute on 10,000. So then you will be see here, and the SID number of FF lock will be here. Let's calling here 3382, which is here, right? But there is something interesting. So for the be read with brutes, we have to be understanding something. So what if if there some SID which is higher than 10,000, for example, could be here another user, then we can be added here SID type user here. So we all know it's just writing here mswaiter on 500, and it will be just do for just 10,000. It's over here. But what if it's send 10,000 100, right? So for this one we can use can just use it here, giving here 20, is it going to 20,000, right? Then gonna be it's just not ending with ff lock, which one we grab here. So and it will be doing brute force for other users, And as you can see here, we got John Jones and LDApp monitor, ORAN, services MGT, which is group, right? But we got here too many usernames for sure, so it's just not ending with as alligator, so which is different. So it was the first thing about this machine, which is not out of HackTheBox. So and we're grabbing here the more user. So let me just take it down and then vim read users.txt, and let me just save it. Can read user.txt, and we're trying to be grabbing here username list. Then we can grab sid type user, and let me just do it. So grab -I sid type user, and then let's just printing here 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 1, right? So let me use arc print, not here for sure, print. Let me just printing here 6 value, but I wanna be cutting here the backslash and printing second value. So then I'm just gonna be use cut -d, and then which value you wanna be cut, and then which value you printing, and you'll be getting here users.txt like that. So we have getting here user.txt right now. Now we can actually try directly -users.txt and for password user.txt, and then continue on success and -- with brute force. So it will be try every username with his username. With if we are giving here no brute force, for example, let me show you cat user.txt. It will be just try administrator and administrator. So it will be not try for administrator guess password. So I just want to be look for if some users using his username as password. So let me just run it and let me just look for quickly. It seems like there is none user we are available to be grabbed using his username as password, and nothing seems like interesting anymore. So let's just try to be grab here the hash that I think we can use instead of get users SPNs. So let me show you really quick, and which is here. We have already guest access, right? So we can run it exec ldap dc01 rebound.htp, and for users we have guest access, and for password we don't need anything to be giving here. So let me just do here srep pros and giving here hashes.txt. So it's gonna be try if there's any srep user will gonna be work, and then we will be available to be grabbed here, right? So if it's not work, then we can use for all users.txt, which is here, and then it will be try for them all. So we are already got it. John Jones has a strap here, so now we can try to be crack his hash. If it's crackable, just we can try. So let me just grab as John Jones hash. Let me just save it here. John Jones hash -- worthless user share worthless racu.txt. It's even CTF. We are not needed here. Custom worthless. So therefore, if any account is configured not requiring pre-authentication here. So as you can see here, it's not crackable, and it seems like we are not getting here anything about the John Jones hash is not crackable. So let me try to be explain. If it's we are just giving here John Jones, it's just trying to be authentication with John Jones, right? But there is some types we can use with not pre-authentication for John Jones. Then we can grab some other hash if any other users has srap or combustible here. So instead of use this, let me just use Python 3 opt-in packets examples, right? So get users SPNs. So you will be see here no pre-authentication one. So it says our account that does not recurring pre-authentication to option service tickets, so something like that. So you can basically understand here. So then we can use for this one John Jones and trying to be grab another users hash with it. So I just want to be use like first of all we are request from DCIP, right? Dash DC dash IP, and let me just give in here fastly, and then dash users file, and which is users.txt, and rebound.htb. So we are commonly using like that, right? So then it will be just doing for authentication of John Jones, but we don't want to be do this. So then we can just use which one we are grab it here. Now pre-authentication one for just John Jones. Then we will be see here if we can getting something. So John Jones, which is here, and we are grabbing here more and more hash, which is there. So the sum of them will be here, which is here. So we are get from Kerberos TGT. I don't think so it will be crackable, and if it's crackable, I don't think so we can get something. With this one we got DC01 hash, but for sure we cannot crack it. So right, so let me just get in it. You know, it's a DC01, it's not crackable. We gotta here use a LDAP monitor. So it seems like great we got LDAP name, maybe we have LDAP access with it, can dump bloodhound data. And let me just grab it and let's see if it's really crackable. Then we can just checking for Wim LDAP. It's a calling is LDAP monitor, right? And hash. Let me just give like that. And then John LDAP monitor hash dash dash. No, wordless user share wordless racket.txt, and let me see if it's crackable. I just want to be open here notes.txt. Maybe we can get it here something, and if it's crackable we can just save it, and yeah, that's great. So it's crackable. So we got it here password, and we have username list. Now we can do password spray fastly. That's exec.smp for user.txt, and I just want to be use continuous success for the password. For sure I want to be use this password. Let's see, for sure it's work for LDAP monitor, and we are getting here another user which is orange. So I have no idea how can I spell it, but I think something like that, which is orange or something like that. Then we can just try if we have with them, and this one we have LDAP access. So the first of all, let me just give it them, right? So that it's another idea we are good at wrapping it. So let me just try if we have LDAP access on as LDAP monitor. It's because it's calling his usernames, right? So I just want to be use LDAP, which is here. And then let's see. Another I think best things about this box, which is here, I think we are getting here error. It's gonna say LDAP channel binding might be enabled, so this is only supported with Kerberos authentication. So we are trying without key dash key, it's NTLM authentication, so we just have to be giving key. It's dash key, I mean Kerberos authentication. So let me just try with dash key, and let's see if we have access on LDAP. We are getting here another error, which is Kerberos error from the clock. So we are getting here before, I think, if you watch another videos. So it's about the time the machine and or time is not matched, so we have to be fix it with to be matched is we can just use ntp date dash q and then just giving domain name, which is rebound.htb. So then we can just try net exec LDAP fake time, and then just giving the time of the machine, and it will be running with the machine time, and then we maybe are getting here something interesting, and if it's works, so let's see. Then yeah, we are getting here, it's really work, and we have access on LD app. So that means I think we can getting here bloodhound data. Just want to be used here dash dash bloodhound dash dash DNS server, and which is 10 10 11 231, and then we can just use dash dash collection for getting all here all methods. So let me just go here and starting here Bloodhound Community Edition, and then let's see. Alright, so it seems like work. Now we are grab here Bloodhound data, and with Bloodhound Community Edition we can try to be analyzing them and just looking for what's going on. So it seems like starting, so no, not this one here. Localhost 8080, and let me just log in here, and then let's see. Alright, so there's some data before I was used, so let me just delete them all and upload new ones. Please delete my data, and file edges. Let's see if we grab it. So our bloodhound data here, and make dear bloodhound cd bloodhound cp, just grab it here. Unzip bloodhound data, let me upload. So there's another great things, by the way, which is here. So let me just show you after I upload. So if you have bloodhound data, so that means you can grab full username list here. So we can just use this one, which I'm always using for grabbing username list, right? So let me just give the users.json one, which is here, and it will be giving all username, but it seems like we are already got it here, right? So let me just match it. Is there T-Brady? Then it's yes, and it was here T-Brady, which is just want to be looking for. So we already get it user list, but I think it will be great to be using this one. It's because maybe there's some users it's not here. All right, so everything seems like great. So it's canceled for some reason. I think it's not about us. We can try to be uploaded again, and I think it will be interesting now, and then we can check for what's going on here. So the other one we have got net exec instead of using this. So let me just use for SMP and looking for shares. Maybe there is anything interesting. Maybe we may want to check for. It seems like okay. Let's look at the shares, and then or studies message giving here the complete. Now we have bloodhound data. That seems like nothing interesting, right? So this shares is just defaults. So we have LD app monitor, which one we got before, but it seems like we have now output on object control here, right? So but before we got the same password using by Orange, so now we can check for him and what he can do. And let me just scroll down, and we are getting here. So output object control he has. He has the itself of services management, I think, which is here. So the before do this, so let's just looking for what he can do, what groups can do, and then we got it here. That's actually it has generic all, which means full privilege on service users. Let's see what service users can do, but it seems like nothing here we can grab, right? So but we got here something. So he has some users, which is here, and then they can contains WinRM services and batch runner. So WinRM services seems like they will WinRM. So let me just go for here, and you will be see here as a member of remote management users. So I think we have to be go for him for access machine. So I just want to be go there and change for WinRM services, which is there. And then let's just try to be go for WinRM services here. So then we can just try to be go there and go here and go here. All right. So that could be our attack. So the first of all, let's grab what we need to be do here and giving our attack aim. So the first of all, I want to be do adding myself orient to services management. And now we are member of service management here, so we can do generic all service user, but we have to be give us full privilege for service user. Then if we have full privilege on service user, then we can just change password of WinRM services, and then we can access on the machine, I think, because he has member of remote management. So it will be our attack aim. So add ourself services management, and then we got it, and give us full privilege on which is service user, and if we have full privilege on service user, and we can change password of WinRM services. So before then, I just want to be using for all attack bloody 80. It's because really easy to be used. Let me just show you my it's actually my repo, and it's actually not popular too much, but I think it's great. So why this auto bloody 80 is great, let me just tell about it. So the for bloody 80 you need some commands, right? But maybe you have no idea what you need. So the bloody 80 will giving everything you need here. So then you can check for information later. So you will be not care about which information you need. But with auto bloody 80 you will be get full information units, and then you can grab them later. So let me just clone it here and try to be go there. The first of all, as you know, we just need to be add ourselves on services management. So let me just go auto bloody 80, and let me just run it with auto bloody 80, and it will be giving your menu and then which one you can sort. So we just want to be add ourselves on group, so let's just grab in here too. So this DC, it's called DC01 rebound.htp, and for domain it's rebound.htp, and for username we need to be give here the username here orient, which is there, and for the password we have to be give this one, and the group name we are trying to be add ourselves as services management, so we just need to be give here services management, and the add, and remember to add it's orient. So let me just add it, so it will be generating command for us, then we can just using for adding ourselves here. So let me export it first, and it has to be work. Maybe less Etsy host. Okay, that seems like great. I'm just looking for if finding something wrong. So it says our invalid credentials. It's because we are, I think, getting here error to but we have no access orient yet. It says our again here. So without doing here dash key. So and you will be see here. You just need to be giving here dash key error, right? So it's just about it. So what if I do here ncp date and dash u, and then just changing with rebounds.htp, and then it seems like clock time stop it for us. And let me just running here again. So it's gonna be says our LDF find invalid. It says our invalid credential. It's maybe about we have to be just adding here quotation mark. Let's see, and it seems like work. So now our users has successfully added on the services management. So let me just save it as here. So now that we got it, then we have to be give us full privilege on service users. It's because we have generic all on here. So now we can using services management as orange because we are at self on this group. So now we have to be giving us here full privilege. So let me just closing them all, and then let me go to play the AD again, and then let's just run it. And we have to be give user generic all rights. We just have to be giving here, so it will be giving everything in it. So let me just giving here for dc01 rebound.htp rebound.htp. The username we have to be give it's orange, and for password, which is we just grab them. So let me just go here, enter the dn right now. So as the dn is equal to here, which is this one, and it's called here services user. So it has to be, easy to be used. So then we just need to be giving us as the users. So it's all services users and the DC rebound DC HTTP. So we just need to be give as service and then services user and DC rebound DC HTTP, and then for user orange, and it will be creating command for us again. So let's just use it. And don't forget to be added here quotation mark because we're getting error before. And then let's see if it's really work. And then maybe we can actually want to be give here marks here. Let's see. All right, so as orange has now generic all on here, so it means if we have full privilege on here, it means we can change password of WinRM services and we can access on WinRM, I think. So let's just using here again, and let's see what will be going on. And what we need to be do is change password, then just go for 3 dc01 rebound.htp, and for domain rebound.htp username. And for password, let me just give this one and enter target username, which is WinRM services. And for new password, let's just give here new password 123, and which is here. So we got it. So let me just try, and it says our invalid credentials. It says our, so it's about it, right? So yeah, it's a bust. So we just got in here new password for WinRM services. I just want to be try directly on WinRM. So let me just change it with WinRM1, and let's see if we have access on WinRM and then what we can do here. Let's see. Alright, it seems like work, and we grab it. So let me just run here evil winrm-i and getting here shell. Alright, so everything seems like great right now. Now we can load our beacon here and going for it. So we got it here WinRM services, and it seems like he has no privilege on something. So if we have no privilege over here, or after you check who am I all or who am I priv, and if it's nothing interesting, just load your beacon and try your little moment. So let me just go here Cobalt strike, and I'm just going to be adding here listener on HTTPS, and let's call rebound, and then adding here host, which is here. So now we can create payloads. I want to be create here PowerShell payload, which is there. Then we can use it for it. So let me just go there and choose it, and then home, Elliot, documents, HackTheBox, Windows, and Rebound, and let me just save it here. Okay, so everything seems like great right now. I just want to be locate here my shell.php, and let me just cut it if it's correct. Then let me just grab it here, vim shell PowerShell1, and then let's just change it to 31, and then cat shell PowerShell 1. I will load with it, and then but I just want to be loaded with PowerShell base64. Let me just start my listener and then go for WinRM services and PowerShell encrypt data and just giving your payload, and then it has to be come back as here. So move beacon a PowerShell 1. Okay. Let me just load it again. PowerShell -encrypt and giving the command. Alright, so it's now I get it that PowerShell 1. It has to be back as beacon here. So we got it here, beacon. For sure we grab here bloodhound data, but if you have beacon, it's really easy to be grab bloodhound data again. So we can just start execute assembly Elliott tools sharp collection network from any, and then sharpound, which is here really important, and sharpound the CO will give you bloodhound data, by the way. So if you are just getting here bloodhound data, but we already get it, so we don't need it, right? So the other things we can try for privilege escalation, something like Wimpis or something like that. But for some reason it's not needed right now. So there's everything I can check. I just want to be show you here. It's calling cross-station relay attack. If there's any users here, so like kind of login on the console, on WinRM, on RDP maybe. So it has to be here, and then we can use it for if it's there, then we can use it for it. So let me just try to be execute assembly run as csexe. It's already you can find on sharp collection network framework any, and then this is run as csexe, and you can just for if you have no CRUDs or anything right now, you can just try for on the current beacon. You can just use x and x, and then qwn-l9. Then this command will give you if there's any users is on RDP, console, WinRM, or something like that. Then we can grab his hash. So that's why it's important. I just want to be told about it. So let's see. So we are getting here tbrady has its own console, and we can try to be grab his hash. But first of all, you cannot do it with Kerberos relay X directly. So let me just show you Kerberos relay X from cube0xo. It says or the everything unit here, but if you are just trying to be grab his NTLM hash, for example, and you will be see here you can grab NTLM hash with this session, but we have no session yet here. So we are just know it's console as on tbrady, and then we are not sure if it's get it here. So let's see if tbrady has some thing here and we can use for it. And you will be see here we are just needed here for red GMSA password for their delegator. So I'm going to be using abuse to be login session by tbrady and triggering the authentication back to my box and relay dump hash for sure. I did something similar from in Shibuya from Woolnap. It was the second video of this series, but the direct administrator account which allowed me just admin user them done. But here I'm targeting tbrady user, so what kind of way relay is more limited. So there's a two-way demo. Remote data and Kerberos relay X, but we can just Kerberos relay X. So it's actually show us how to use it. I'm going to be using run STS, and and then we can do here Kerberos relay X. If you don't want to be a build solution or compile everything. I'm always using here sharp collection, which is there, and you will see here. Oh no, not fucking shit. Sharp collection, and then Kerberos relay X, and if it is available after the 4.7. So let me just grab this the big console hash for tip ready, and then now we can doing everything we can correct. So we just have to be stored, and for to be stored here, but it's gonna be defeats everything we need. So all her purpose, since you have Kerberos relay on disk, right? So instead of using run STS or run under beacon with interactive login and run Kerberos using the for now we can here. So now how we can do it. So I just want to be create another payload here, but it will be exe for now. So let me just generate it and save it as here, and let me just go my move beacon exe as a.exe, and let me just access on WinRM. So then after we access here, now we can try to be uploaded its a.exe on program data. And after we running here run SCS with a.exe, now we are grabbing another beacon, which is interactive login for Kerberos relay. So as I think, HackTheBox is really faster to be doing everything here. So you may want to be using here bloody AD commands again. It's because HackTheBox is really fast to be delayed scripts. So let me just using everything we used before, and then now we can set password again. I think it will WinRM, and then go for program data, and then upload here a.exe, and then now we can run SCS exe here again, and just for grabbing interactive login shell or beacon for tip ready. So I just want to be run. You just have to be change qw insta, which is here, and then which command you may want to be run, and go for this program data a.exe, and you will be see here you will be get beacon. So let me just run it for now, and then let's see. Alright, so now we got another beacon, but it's just interactive login. Instead of using this Kerberos relay X, which is here, now we can using Kerberos relay X as tip ready, which one we grab it there. And then instead of using run SCS and Kerberos relay X together, we can just using for it, and then we can try to be grab here NTLM hash. So let me just run there, execute assembly, not an interactive login we have to be do, execute assembly, Elliot tools, sharp collection, network framework any, and then Kerberos relay X, and then you just need to be give. Alright, so I think we can just delete it, this one, and giving a session, which is tip ready session here. And then you don't need to be changing here. Okay, so these are not rotate. Now we can try to be dump hash of tip ready here, and let's see if it's really work. Alright, so we are successfully got it, and you can really try here, so it's not gonna be work. So that's why for example, let me just try here. It's not gonna be work. That's why we are grabbing interactive login beacon here, so that's why. And if you're trying to be run now, you will be see here it's not gonna be work, so it will just work on interactive login beacon, which is a.exe here. So let me just grab tbready hash and let's see if it's really crackable and if we get something similar and something new. So t.bready hash and then Joan t.bready hash -- wordless. Oh, user share wordless rocket.txt. Let me just go back on, and you will be see here it's not work on this beacon. It says our session 1 does not exist. We just activated session 1 with this run scs command, and then we are grabbing here another hash from tbready, and it's crackable. So now we got in here new data, new password. Let's just use it for if it's really useful for other users. Maybe we can grab something different, and maybe or something like that we can grab. So let's see. First of all, let me just grab shell as tbready, and then we are just see it's just work for tbready, right? We can just go for here on Cobalt strike and access spawn as, and giving all user here units tbready for password, and for domain rebound.htp, and for listener we can choose it this one and launch, and then it will be giving here another beacon as tbready. Now we can use his privilege on his here red GMSA password for delegator. So we have Windows abuse and Linux abuse for sure. You can go again sharp collection and looking for if there's an red GMSA password, red GMSA, as it seems like not here, right? But reader maybe. So it has to be here. It's bullshit. Yeah, it has to be somewhere. Red GMSA password, and let's see. It has to be somewhere. It's out. Maybe GMSA, something like that. I have no idea. But it has to be here. I don't know where is it, but we definitely not need it, but it has to be somewhere. I'm just looking for. As you can see here, now we can get beacon as tbready, which is here. Now we can run who am I directly, and maybe we got here anything interesting, but it's nothing seems like, right? So we have already read GMSA password, and with the it will be very easy to be used Linux abuse for sure. So let me just use for nothing seems like interesting. For just for now, we can close Cobalt strike, and we can just clear it, and let's exec smb again, and I just want to be change it, and then we already know we have access as tbready, and I just want to check for if they have access as ldf. So maybe we have to be used as with dash key, and then let's see which error we are getting it, and then we got here clock error again, and ncp date dash key, and then let's just add here fake time, and then giving here the time, and then let's see. It seems like we have access. Now we can use dash GMSA password because it's always work with it. It's really easy if you have LDF access, and you can just giving here dash GMSA, and for grabbing here NTLM hash of delegator. So now we are grabbing here NTLM hash of delegator, and it means we have new access and new user here. And we can just go for delegator 1, and let's see what he can do. We have just funny here. There's an execution privilege, which is constraint delegation privilege, which is really great. So I just want to be go here allow with delegate, and you will be getting every information about it here. You can just go for Windows abuse, for example, and then you can just go for Linux abuse, and you will be get here. You can use as get st.python. So now we have hash of delegator here, and then we can just try to be using here with Rebus exe and try with Linux abuse for sure here. But for some reason I'm not sure it will be work with Rebus exe, but let's just try. So it's also giving us here payloads here, I mean the bloodhounds. So now we can just go further, and we have the users delegator with the hash with this one, and impersonate users will be here administrator, I think. And but as you can see here, it's not administrator user. So we have allow it to delegate on DC01. Now for sure we can just try here delegation one is impersonate users administrator, and then we just need to be given here. So it will be HTTP, but we are not sure if it's HTTP or not, right? So maybe we have to be just trying here something. So we all just know as here is test.locale as rebounds.htp. And then for primary one, we can just go back here, and you will be see here on the delegator is here, and then you can get in here everything here. Allow with the delegate, it says are on HTTP, but if you are just scroll down here, let me just giving here more access like that, and you will be see here services principal name is browser. So we can just allow it to delegate here with the browser one. So then we can just want to be using it for giving us here. So that's why when I'm talking about to be before, and then if you can use it here. So let's just be try to be using here. Browser one is here. So we can just go for the primary and HTTP here. We can just use it for as delegator. We have to be do it, right? So but we have no beacon as delegator here. So nothing seems like interesting here that we can use for. So let me just try to be grab if we have NTLM access as delegator here on SMB, and then let's see. Delegator dash hash, I'm giving this hash. Alright, so it seems like correct, and I wonder if we can change ourselves password, whether it's a hash. Nothing seems like interesting here, so it's because we are just going to be here delegation here. But we have even giving here the username and the password, which is there. Alright, so let me just run it here, execute assembly, alias tools, Rebus exe. Oh, no, there's none Rebus exe. And I'm just giving here this one, and then let's see if it's really work. And if it's not work, we can check for something interesting, and what we can do for this one. So it's not important too much. So there's some tools like find delegation, which is we can use for example, everything we need. So it's really not important too much. So let's see, first of all, if it's really useful. It seems like we're nothing getting here. Maybe we are on the wrong one here. Alright, so are we just trying to hear wrong one here? Oh, we're just using here run STS, really? Okay. it has to be reviews. Reviews.exe. It's out. Let me just close for now my Cobalt Strike, and let me just go here. So we are pretty sure it's about the constraint delegation, right? But we are not sure if delegator has permission as to be allowed to delegate DC01. For some reason we are not getting here anything, and now we can check for if it's really useful on with the delegation on with just grabbing using for find delegation. So I just want to be use Python 3 opt in packet examples find delegation, and then which one I was used before, and we can just use it with this hash, which one we use it before here, and it's just looking for if delegator has access on for doing case delegator. We getting here's time error again. Then we can just use fake time, and let me just try to be grab it, and let's see. So to delegator has delegation type is constraint for HTTP and on the here DC01 rebound.htp, right? But we can't do it for some reason. So it will be about here the how we can try to be doing here delegation here. It's a bit to be hard to be get it here first of all. And how we can explain, I have really no idea, but it's something about here. We have no access as delegator to be doing constraint delegation here as on DC01. So that's why I'm talking about. So in the here the delegation, the DC tracked to be web server object that allow it to delegate for database. In reserve-based concept delegation is similar, but the DC tracks is trusted list of accounts on the database object, what services are allowed to delegate to it, and the resource can modify on list. So what we can try to be do, I just want to be use it this find delegation again. But let's just add it is all self on delegator group to LD monitor, for example, because we have already access as LD monitor on which one we are grabbing his password before. So now we can adding LD monitor here as on the delegation part. Then we can forward this attack for use LD monitor as a trusted delegate account for delegator using by RBCD that Python script from in packets. So first of all, let me just adding myself on delegation part as LD monitor, which is here with RBCD. So I just want to be clearing here everything. Let's just go opt in packets and examples on RBCD.python, and let me just use it here before I was used. It was something like that. I think it will be using as delegator hash and delegate from LD monitor and delegate to delegator 2 here. We just want to be giving action right here for DC01. So let me just try to be run it, and we are getting here invalid server address. So this is another why this box is insane. It's because invalid server address, and we're getting here. Now why it's giving here invalid server address error. So and we can check it for this. So the first of all, let me just try to be download rbcd.python, and then let's checking for if we can change something in packet tools, rbcd.python one, which is here. Let me just download the raw file first of all, and let me just try to be grab it. It's here, rbcd and .python, and let's go for in, and then why it's giving this error. So it's not here, I think. Which error we got? I think we can just looking for him. Let me just try to be do it. And if it says our invalid server address, so if we have invalid server address here, but it seems like not in the input, we can just go for in and looking for the functions, and why we are just getting this error. So that's why it's about it. So it could be here about LDAP connection. So I just want to check for LDAP connection. Alright, so it's already here. So for some reason it's not gonna be work. It's just checking for TLS version here on this port, and then you know, and then we are getting here error why we are trying to be net exec LDAP, for example, and with here without dash key or with just dash key, and we are getting the both of the error. So for this error, we just know it has Kerberos authentication, and for this one, there's a clock issue. For definitely just fix this issue, we just need to be change this one. So that was on my blog post. I just want to be show it here, and which one I just done it. So let me just go here and looking for, and then which one we are just changing here. So then you can just copy that one and just change it with it. And now we can try the RBCD code again, and let's see if it's really work right now. So we're getting here again invalid server address. Maybe it's about, we just need to be ncp date -q rebound.htp, and then use this one after fake time, and then give it this one. Let's see if it's really work right now. What are we getting here again? Services address error. So maybe is it about my code? Maybe return one. No, it's everything seems like great. Oh, that's why it's not in examples anymore. It's here. We can try directly. Alright, so it's our clock skew to grid. So we are not getting here invalid server address error. And it's out. We can just add here fake time. As you can see here, after we just change it here the password and here, and we are available to add it here on the RBCD and delegation parts. So now we are grouping here as LD monitor. Now we can change with and find delegation, and just change with fake time. Now let's see if we have on as LD monitor here. Alright, so as you can see here, LD monitor is a person has resource-based constraint delegation on delegation rights to delegator. Now we can use it for it, and grabbing the hash from DC01, but it will be not giving us here DC01, right? So we are just grabbing here it from which has delegator. So after you check in here, and you will be see here we are grabbing cache as browser, and it will be not work, but for sure we can just convert it on DC01. Let's just do first grabbing browser DC01 rebound.htb cache, and let's see. So the bloodhound also as giving us here you know, the everything here we need is a payload and commands, and we can just use opt in packet examples get st python was that here. Okay, so the LDM monitoring giving SPN impersonator here 01, and then let's see NCP data error again. We can just change it with fake time, and then let's see if we can grab here browser cache. Let's see. Alright, it seems like work, but again we are just grabbing here browser, so it will be not for grabbing here NTDS or everything here. We can it's just not work. So we just need to be change it with administrator browser account here. Why is doing that? And we can just KLS, and we have here. Alright, so it seems like work, but it's not work. So this says our TGS tickets, I mean the DC computer for delegator into file, and it's time to be forwardable. So then we can just use here the value of DC01 and of with this browser to DC01, which is here. Then we can understand here with the describe ticket.python in packet examples and describe tickets.python, and which is here, and we just grab, and you will be getting here everything you need. So for example Kerberos hash and ticket station key, which is here, the furthest attack, and then we just need here important value on the here, and then NTLM hash, right? So but everything unit is over here. So it's we got it here. Service name is browse, for example, browser, which is really not important. So no, we have to be fixed at it to be grab here NTLM hash, right? So now we can try again with delegator to for grabbing here DC01. It's because if you can check it here, delegation, okay, it will start think here, shit, actually, and you will see here, it's delegator as for DC01. Alright, so you know it's a Python script, there's a cleanup script, I think, so we just need to be using here again, adding ourselves. Fake time for RBCD. All right. Fuck. Okay, so it seems like great. So we are available to be delegate for delegator as LDM monitor. So now we can use delegator for delegate DC01, and then that's what I'm talking about. So let's just using here to get st just for to impersonate users delegator to DC01. What we can use it here, the ticket, right? So that's why we are using here LDM manager. So let me just go here and Python 3 opt in packet examples and get st.python, And we need to be use our as the SPN. We are trying to be go DC01, impersonate DC01, and the machine account hash, and rebound.ht delegator for users and giving his hash, and we are just using your additional tickets, so which one we are now access on here. So let me just run it out, and we got a here error again. Now we can use fake time, and alright, so now we are dumping DC01 cage. Now we can just adding here on my cage, and it's just done. So we are getting here DC01 cage. Now you can just using net exec for dumping everything. So that was all to be a second video, but it was great to be using here Cobalt Strike for cross-station relay attack, and that was why importance why we are not putting anything on the disk, and that's why it's not reviews work here, because of we are just explaining everything clearly. And thank you for watching.